Okay. Right, I'm just going to turn very professional light. Okay. Good morning, happy campers, evening, whichever one it is. We started back on this field 65. Perrin calls it the horseshoe field. I've got Perrin on the map with me on the server and also Old Time Dave. We're testing out some of the fields and just having a bit of fun, just getting used to using these in-game harvesters. Are a little bit slower than our testing ones, but it's all fun.
Yes, Newell. Hey, how you doing, Farming Company? Newell, Cazz is on here. Hey, Farmerman. Cazz is on here. He is live streaming on Facebook. I am live streaming on YouTube. Thank you, everyone, for stopping in. We appreciate it. We'll give you another little brief glimpse of what's going on here. Uh, right at this moment, Cazz is working on this field 65 up here. He's got some stuff to finish up there. And I'm going to start on field 11. When he's done, he's going to come down here and help me out. Um, you'll notice that a few things have been added to the map. Uh, you'll be able to see across. You'll see there's a lot of trees, more trees around the roads, things like that. He has added some cranes for logging. Hey, Rob D, how you doing, buddy? Farming Company says hello, Cazz.
G'day guys, how's it all going?
Perrin is also in here with us.
Hello, everyone.
Hey Newell, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you.
Get started harvesting here.
You're up and about. A lot more fun doing this on the server with other guys, with Old Time Dave and Perrin, and that gets a little bit kind of a little bit shy streaming it by myself.
Well, that's normal, Newell. Perrin's always quiet in the background. You know how the old saying goes. If it's broke, I'll give it to Perrin. So, hey, six wheeling. Oh, buddy, how you doing? Nice to see you. Farmer Min, how are you doing this afternoon, buddy? I know I said hello when you came in, but how y'all doing? Hope everybody's doing good. Like I said, Cazz is also live streaming on Facebook. He's going to finish up his field 65 up there, and he's going to come down and lend me a hand with this field.
Yeah. I added this field 65 in just the other day. Put it into like a horseshoe shaped one so we can keep everybody else singing. The thing is, I want everybody to look forward to when I do field 66 is going to be a pretty thing, but you've got to be blown away the way and all excited when I get into doing field 69. It's going to be an enjoyable field to do.
Hey, Min, nice to see you. Hey, Buck, how you feeling, buddy? So good to see you. Been a long time. Hope you're feeling well, Buck. Hope you're on your way to recovery. We do miss you. Oh, man. That's true. That's true. Of course, y'all got to be careful now. We can't really mention Min's name too much. Uh, uh, his name is Oliver, so we can't talk too much about him. Remember, he's in witness protection.
Uh-huh.
That's good to hear, Buck. Real good to hear. Easy there, big fella. I know it's not really needed, but I'm going to do a headland around this field.
I was going to set up for
Hey, gee,
GPS,
I'm
but
not
that's
doing
going
too
to work.
bad, buddy. Thanks for asking. That definitely was. Yes, yes, we have to watch out for that dreaded chicken mafia. We do need to take a moment of silence for Weeder. Weeder was a good pig.
All coming around.
You got somebody running a chainsaw, Cazz.
But yeah, we had a freak storm here the other day. I think it lasted honestly about 10 minutes. It was just had real dark clouds and it just wind blew up really big and started pouring down with rain hard out and blew over a few trees in that.
Oh my!
Knocked the power out here and while Perrin and I were actually on the server and Perrin thought I just decided just to quit. But I had the power out for about a half hour and then I jumped back on and yeah, we just got back into it. But yeah, there was quite a few trees that had fallen over around the place, but it was like a freak storm. It was just came and went within half hour or so.
I think for streaming purposes here, guys, I'm gonna turn this time back to real time for now.
Yep.
That way we'll have a little more time. Otherwise, it'll be midnight before we get done harvesting this field.
Yeah, especially the speed I'm going at.
Yeah, well, I'm going a little faster, but not too much.
Oh,
About 3 times as fast, maybe.
yeah. Oh,
Hey, Tots, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that very much, sir.
you busy there, Perrin? I'll come jump in your
No, I
truck.
might as well do something.
Yep. I've got a full tank. I'll pack it up beside the harvester if you want to. Sorry, I should have let you know how full I was.
I wasn't looking. I was just trying to get this started.
Oh,
No, I can't do a lot more till you're finished.
Yeah, 6, I do too. Oh, no, he didn't need it. I mean, oh my gosh. The man has got more ideas than he knows what to do with in the head it is, and you just give him another one.
Dun, 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 dun.
Got a nice white field
I,
so far.
I can see that from behind. I can see you've been busy. All set for
Yeah,
ploughing.
I got that
I
now.
had to turn this, I had to swap the fertilizer and the lime spreaders around.
I had them on the wrong way.
See, men, we actually do watch your videos. While I got this running, let's take a little break here. We'll jump out. Let's just go for a little jog. We'll run up here. You see, he's added some trees along the road here, and this is tight. I come down through that harvester with that head folded up, and it just barely fit. And Cazz is up here in the horseshoe.
Yeah.
Oops, almost missed the horseshoe. He's up here playing around. Perrin must be running the lime spreader. There he is. Oh, he's got stuff just going. Cazz is doing the low speed farming today.
Not used to the speed, but there you go.
Yeah, I know. It does mess with you a little bit. So this is his horseshoe field. Field 65 right here. And once again, in the ponds is the silt. Remember, you can actually harvest the silt, so to speak, and sell it. That little black circle there, that's the silt right there. Ooh, that water's cold. But he'll be down as soon as he gets done with this field here. He'll be down to help me out on field 11.
Yep. I had a bed dancing in the field here yesterday.
Cazz Farmer Min's asking how you feeling.
Oh, much better, thanks. I'm in. A lot better. Getting a lot of relaxation going on in there. It's going really good. Haven't had no major problems. Had a couple of hiccups with it, but it's only small, minor stuff now, so it's good. The doctors are impressed. To keep them happy, to keep out of the hospital, out of their way. But we haven't seen much of Johnny. He's been in hospital himself. A VA hospital or something, when he said it was.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him since you told me that. So
Yeah, he messaged me on Facebook. So I hope he's recovers pretty quick. I hope everybody else is feeling on fire as well.
yeah, not too bad. Could be better, could be worse.
This is the last little bit here.
What's everybody been doing today? Min, I know you said, hey, Several, how you doing, buddy? Min, I know you said you had a bunch of projects you need to get done.
It's Mr. Perrin there inside the truck. Okay, I'll come over this side.
Several, I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for joining the stream. I'm glad you guys showed up because I wasn't even sure if it was even streaming because I'm still not used to the way YouTube is doing things now. So
I went to go to the road. I'm going, huh, what's happened to the road? I'd put that on the map, but just realised that's on the next map I'm working on.
oh man, you're probably about right. No, that immediately turns me off a map, no matter how much I like everything else. Static animals, I just don't care for.
Half that one up.
Several, are you still trying to suck up because you like the Packers? It is, from what I've seen, it is, but it just does. Static animals really, something about them just turns me off.
All right. Well, we've got that on there. We'll go and do a bit of a fly around.
Over here, Cazz has added a couple things. If someone wanted to set up a wood shop for making pallets and stuff like that down here, with the rest of the industrial stuff, he set up a crane down here so that you can get the logs down here and unload them onto the truck and get them to your shop. And the other one he's added is also on the line. I gotta find it now. I think it's up this way. Oops. Ouch, I'm hurt. He's added the other one here So after when you do your logging up in this area, you can bring your logs in here, use the crane, load them on the train, bring them around the other side over there, and get them down there without having to truck them around. And you got your sawmill down here. Now the trigger does not work in the water. The only trigger is right up here by the loading chute for selling. What's the news on the console map?
Been asked that quite a bit. I've resubmitted it again yesterday, changed a few more things. I'm finding it quite difficult because they're not exactly telling me what needs to be fixed in it. It just says that it's not up to these standards. And it's kind of annoying me a little bit, and I can kind of see why other map makers give up. If they could explain it to us a bit better and actually say what needs fixing, then I could do it. But when they say that it's not up to their standards, that's as far as they go. It kind of makes it a bit hard. So it's kind of like trying to play pull in the dark. You just don't know what you got to do to things. So all I've done is I've gone through and looked at a few of the maps that have gone to console. I've looked into their folders to see what they've done, and I've tried to match the same amount of folders and all that kind of stuff. I removed the billboard sign off the map because that had everybody's names on, because that's one of the things they don't want you to have are all different names that are not with them, kind of thing. You can't have any name on there, so I'll remove the billboard out so they can't spew about that. But I resubmitted it yesterday, as I said, and just waiting for them to come back to me again. But it's kind of hard because, like, it says it's pending, and then when it says that it's in testing, the first time I did it, they had it for about 3 or 4 days, and then it came back saying that it's not up to their standards. So I changed it around and tried to tidy other things up, and that resubmitted it. Like the last time, it went from pending into testing, but within a half hour, it came back saying that it still wasn't up to their standards. And it's kind of really giving me the squirts now, because I can't understand why it's not. What's wrong? They should be explaining to me what I need to do to get it there. But the people that are looking forward to it don't have to worry about it, because I will be continuing on resubmitting it until they can finally tell me what I need to do. I am making slight changes to it each time to try and please them, but I'm wanting them to explain to me what I need to do. Then I'm quite happy to go ahead and do it. But it's a bit hard when all they say is basically that it's not up to their standards. So I'm sorry to everybody why it's taking so long, and I'd love to be able to get it worked out. But I am trying my best to do whatever they want me to do to get it to go to console. So if I have to, it gets down to the last resort, I'll actually strip the map out completely, redo the whole thing, and hopefully that'll work it. But it'll be the same identical to the way old Cazz is. And that's the last resort that I'll actually pull off if they keep on saying it's not up to their standards. And the only way I can do that is to actually look at some maps that have passed onto console that they've actually okayed, and then just redo the folders exactly how they have them, and hopefully that'll work this time. But it's just like, as I say, playing pull in the dark. You don't know exactly what you're doing. And if they can explain a bit better, then it would be fine. But it's a bit hard to know what they want me to do when they're not telling me. So it's very frustrating, but we're working our way through it.
Because when the guidelines they have for maps for console, it really doesn't give you any direction to go. It's a trial by fire kind of thing. But just so everybody knows, he is still going on it. He's still trying. They're working their best to get it there. They're doing what they can. Now, as soon as we hear anything, we will let you know for sure. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. But I hope that answers, Buck. I know you guys are looking forward to it. I am too, believe me. So, but as soon as we know something, you guys will, and I'll do my best to keep you updated the best I can. I talk to Cazz pretty regular, so we should be able to figure out something here soon. I hope.
Yeah, I'll be keeping Dave, Tom and Dave up to date exactly what's going on, just so you can pass it on to you guys as well. So, but yeah, like Dave was saying, I'm not going to give up on this. I'm going to keep going until they do finally submit it or explain to me what I need to do for it to pass. But in last resort, I'll be starting over on a new map that's virtually already passed. It's a bit frustrating because, like, well, no, I better not get into that, but there are some farms that have actually, maps that have been passed by them that are broken, floating. Oh, I better not go into that too because they may pull me up on it for one. But yeah, it's just it's frustrating.
They don't have the quality of what's in that one.
No, it's yeah, it is frustrating, but we are going to work through it. We're going to keep going. Once we get it through, then there'll be a map base that I'll know that I can keep and carry on making other maps from it to pass on to console. So yeah, we'll just keep plodding along, keep trying to keep them entertained until we find out what it is that they want me to do. I keep sending them messages on it, but as I say, it's just taking a bit of time. It is.
Those of you in here who wanted your name on the billboards, just a quick glance at the billboards. Lets you know he is adding names as it goes. If he needs to, he will add another billboard. But these are the billboards that were on Rustic Acres that he was saying that he took out because of the names on there. So, which for console, I guess, would actually be a big no-no. So he can do that on this map because he doesn't have to go through. Well,
Yeah,
you could, but a lot of them don't want to. They're busy with their own stuff, so they really don't have time, Buck. That's the hard part to do. Min, I know you don't see your name on there, do you? It's because you didn't ask him to put it on there. Oh, there it is. I apologize. There it is right there. Farmer Min. Oh, geez.
we're doing the boogie there. I'm not too sure what you were doing there, Dave. Yeah, I'm sure it was on there. I'm just checking, going, I'm sure I put it on there. But yep, there it is.
Yep, it's there. It's there. But he's in the process of reworking the town area down here now. So we're getting closer.
If you go up along the beachfront, you'll see I've taken most of the Euro stuff out of it, and I've put on the US.
You notice the names of a lot of the places have changed. I've already talked to Jim Min. He's busy right now working on other stuff. Uh, you can see here we named one of the ports after Farmer Min. We've got Newell barn bales over here. We got Granny's restaurant. Sarge's barn bales and Mr. and Mrs. Ossie's big bales. And my supermarket. I have a supermarket this time. So as we go on, they just keep adding things to it. Little things is just to show everybody they appreciate what everybody does and their patience.
Salts. I've been going through the HUDs. You'll see on the fruit types. It's got the names under the fruit types. It's not too bad on that, but when you actually go into the sales page where you can sell the fruit in there at wherever, whatever selling point they want to, you'll notice I'm starting to put the names under the fruit. And as you go along, there's still a lot more I've got to fill in yet, but there's stuff down here that can be used on the thing like different cereals. And there's other different pictures that I'm not too sure what they are. I've got to go through the fill types to find out. Like there's, I know there's chicken fillets, chicken breasts in there, sausages, different sorts of meats. There's pork, bacon, there's ketchup in there, mustard. There's all sorts of different icons showing that don't have no name underneath them. But I work my way through that, and before the final release, I'll have all those done. So I won't be trying to figure out what that picture is that you can sell somewhere without knowing what the heck the name of it is. I'll be adding the names onto all of them, so it will be user friendly. Some maps don't have nothing on there, so I want to make sure I get all that done as well.
So, and of course we have the mines. I showed you those before, how they worked. Now they have released the potatoes and sugar beet storage places that they released yesterday. That does have a conveyor belt that comes with it that will work quite nicely for that.
You'll see at the sale at the farm, Perrin's done some work on someone's thing that shows you exactly what's inside the silo. Instead of it just being the silo,
Yes.
you've got to take a rough guess.
The message boards.
Yeah.
What do you mean, the silo display?
Yeah.
Yep, the silo display.
What we can do here is, right behind the garage are the sheds here, the implement sheds. You can place down an extension, and it will still read up on the main silo, because I've actually, thanks to Perrin and that, and Johnny and that, I've actually extended the here's my tiny little dog having a bark. I've actually extended the radius so we can pick it up within a certain area on the map. I'm going to go and find my harvester. It's
What
probably,
is the official source for map releases?
for this one, I couldn't really tell you. On this map, there's just so much more needs to be done. You can see there's a lot of fields that don't have nothing there, so
I'm not really sure what you mean by that, Ben. You mean where he sends it in to be tested, or?
Oh, there's no worries, farmerman. I don't mind all the troubles. I'll be just happy to get the maps sorted out for everybody. Seem to be a lot of people kind of like our maps. That's why I wanted to put Rustic Acres for. That's one of my favourite maps. Still really haven't a chance to play on, but I think that's what everybody will enjoy the most at the moment. Out of most of the maps that I've made, that I'm hoping Giants will go through. That's why.
Well, this map was originally in the mod contest. So basically, Giants actually released the original map in this particular case. They through that. Well, 6, we can definitely make sure you do. Cazz, if you got your paper ready, would you please put 6 Wheeland on there?
Yep.
On the billboard.
Just get into that now.
And Mr. T-Bone 39.
How are your kidney stone holding up there, Mr. T-Bone? Hope everything's going well.
Mr. T-Bone's not in here yet, but
okay.
6 was asking.
Yep, no worries.
I forgot that you had asked. I forgot you asked him last night about putting his name on the sign. So.
Yep. I'm probably reading your messages a bit lately, Dave. I've got your page opened up as well as my one, and
well, you're looking at what the updates are, Min, as we go along. You're doing an update every week to it, but that's not going on that particular map. It'll be re-released as an edit by the collaboration with the permission of Dave or Dajnet, however he wants to say it.
Just found some grass coming through the bridge here.
Yep, there's more stuff to look at. Thanks for that, Piran. Sorry.
If you would, put Cazz's Facebook page link up in the chat, please. And anybody who would like their name on it, please go to Cazz's Facebook page and just drop a little message in there, let him know.
All the ones that get added, if you can, I've got to give everybody a deadline time every, every Tuesday, New Zealand time, Tuesday evening, I upload this map onto our server so we can get it ready to stream on the Thursday. So it's Tuesday evening, New Zealand time. If you can get your name in or mention it to Dave or myself or Piran, I'll get it on, your name put on to the billboard, and it will be updated before it streams on the next day that we do it.
Thank you, Newell. Morning, sis. How are you? Nice to see you. Glad you got up this morning to watch me. Nothing out of the ordinary, me harvesting corn. All right.
Well, I wish I had Farmer Min set up. I've got 3 different pages open up on my second screen. I need a 4th and 5th screen, I think.
sis. Good to hear. You don't need 1.6. You're taken care of.
Remember that one.
Now, if your Facebook has a different name than what you go by on here, make sure you just include that in a little message to him so he knows who you are.
Yes.
Dave sent you.
I've got a bad memory with names half the time to close friends of mine here, so if you do have a nickname, please do mention it in the comments so I do know who I'm talking to.
Not much, sis. I just got done with a little run around map tour. Cazz and I are both harvesting this field of corn. He's on the other side working this way. We were explaining to the people out there what was going on with Old Rustic Acres, which I believe I've already told you. If not, I will later.
Right, we're gonna sack this worker. We're sacked.
Mrs. Aussie says, hi, Shane.
Hello, Mrs. Aussie. How are you? How's Mr. Aussie? Don't know if Dave showed you. I've put a surprise for you up by your sale point. A little item sits there. It's the item that I like putting in my map in there, and I was told that you like it as well, so I thought I'll go and stick
And
one
I know
up there for you.
showed it to Mr. Aussie yesterday.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Mr. Aussie's updating your computer. He's starting early.
Get it done.
And for those of you that don't know, we are on Pleasant Valley. As I said, this is an edit of a map created by Dave, or Dajnet, I believe it was, for the mod contest. He has given permission to Cazz and the collaboration to go ahead and edit the map. So they're adding a lot of neat little things to it. Like creating a lot more fields. And it's actually a really good looking map. Actually, it'll be an excellent multiplayer map. She said, yeah, Mr. Rossi did tell her, and thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, this map has a lot of stuff in it. It's different mining and all that on the other side of the river up the top, the northern side of the map. The only two things I'd probably be touching up there is painting in the mountains a bit more and adding some trees onto the mountainsides.
It is seasons ready. It is global company ready. You can do lots and lots of production on this map. For those of you who like the industrial type, this is a good map to do it on. You got a pretty good variety of size of fields. This one we're doing right now is the largest field on the map.
Yes, it was a square field, this one, but I edited it and made it sort of go around the hill a bit more at one end.
Yes. You're just fine, sis. You're just fine. I do appreciate you stopping in and saying hi. They're all still here.
He's being the gopher at the moment, unloading us.
Parent is also in here with us, Mrs. Aussie. He's liming and hauling and stuff like that. Hope Perrin's truck will hold all his corn.
Why did that miss out on such a lodge? That's gone too wide.
Cazz has gone the more traditional route. He's just using a New Holland harvester. One of the game harvesters. He is also, Cazz is also streaming on Facebook, Mrs. Aussie. No, I didn't think he was. Perrin, Mrs. Aussie says hi.
Hi, how are you?
What's the temperature over on your side there, Perrin? It's pretty hot here at the moment.
It's hot here. Getting baked.
Oh, don't worry. You won't see me with it. Mrs. Aussie says 39C today over there.
Yeah, we're still in the 20s, high 20s, and it's hot for us here.
That'd be almost like having air conditioning for them. And I think our high today might have been 1C. Oh, maybe not even. It's still -1 here. So. Mrs. Aussie says she's good, Perrin.
That's good to hear.
Trying to work out this. What does it say this header is? The shop. Headers. Header. It's 9 meters, but it's registering.
That's just crazy.
So crap, I thought
no
so.
Way, it doesn't need to be that hot.
9 meters, so
They're trying to set up GPS.
Yeah, I set it up, but it's saying it was 11 meters, but I just checked in the shop. In the shop it says 9, so I'll manually set it to 9 so it doesn't.
I try the auto width first.
Yeah, that's what I did. I said 11.
It's strange.
Believe it or not. Auto width.
Hey Zeke, how you doing, buddy?
11,
nice
yes.
to see you. Glad you could stop in. I'm not doing too bad.
Depth to 9. Dead on, that's on, so I should be sweet to go. The airlock's a bit better. Just like I bought one. Yeah, it keeps saying 11, but it's only 9. Dave, we've increased the farmlands on this map too. Not too sure if anybody knows what that means, but it means that we can have more fields with, how can I put it, more sell points. On a normal map, you can have up to 66, I think it is, different farmland areas, like different perchable places on a map. We've increased it now to 227, so it means you can put a lot more areas in with separate little buying areas. You know, like to buy fields and buy parts of the map. I've got it on the side, and it's working well at the moment. So it means that we can break stuff down a bit more, and a lot more fields, so you can actually buy them separately instead of in big lumps like you had to in the past.
That's good.
That's why I wasn't too sure about this field, because this comes up as just over $2.5 million to purchase this field. But it is a big field. That's why I was wondering whether I should just cut it in half. But I suppose you've got to have a couple of big fields on a map, I suppose.
Yeah, well, actually, like you said, it is the biggest field on the map. And you know somebody's going to take some of them fields and plow them together.
Yes.
Not all up, I think it's the whole field, just the working field area, not the area.
Right.
But the working field area is about 87 acres.
Yep, because that's always different.
If you don't have a big field, well then you gotta have at least one big field.
Well, Dave, you're moving over there on the other side.
Keeping Cazz all emptied out over there.
Yeah, I think you'd probably be able to do this whole field without having to be emptied.
I'm working on it.
Dave's in here, what?
I'm
3%?
only at 3%.
I don't think this truck will hold it. Not the one I got here at the moment.
Oh, okay.
No, I stuck a more realistic size on the.
Oh, okay. I'll say, because I know the one we had on here before would.
Yeah, that's parked up at the farmhouse here.
We might need it. Either that or I just drive the harvester over to the farm. Dump it in the bin. But just once a week stream to keep everybody updated as to what's going on in the map, what kind of updates he's doing to it, things like that. There was a little bit of a problem with one of the fields on here, on field 20, which is right up by the farm. There was a problem with the clover. He does have that fixed and ironed out, so that is working fine now.
You will have to
but
go.
Every day we are getting closer and closer to it being released. So
in the direction you're heading, Dave, you can see down that end there's been nothing done yet. There's no trees or shrubs down there yet.
Right.
But I wanted to try to get up this end here done first and then start to move down.
Now all that area down there where the town was, there used to be all kinds of palm trees down there. He's taking them all out. He's going to put real trees in there.
Yeah, most of the UE buildings are gone too, around by the town side. I'm starting to put in the US ones out of the Ravenport. Are you having a sleep down there, parent?
Yep.
No, it's not really a map where palm trees are called for, I don't think. It's not like you actually have two different climates here, so to speak. I think the palm trees were just kind of out of place.
Yeah.
Yep, they just didn't fit the theme of the map.
Yes, I think I made one step up with some of the palm trees, Dave, on rustic acres. I thought it would look good along the beach. And,
Mm-hmm.
but then once we put seasons in, guys were saying it looks awesome with the seasons, but not good with palm trees on the beach. There's snow in there. I didn't really think of that. But there you go.
No, I didn't think of it either. Now that you mention that, that's not a good look, I should say. I did forget all about that.
I think I asked Farmer Min about it, and he said that he wouldn't change it when I'm working on doing the one for console, about taking them out. But he said no, just thing, and so I decided, yep, no, we'll keep them in then.
Now, how did I know you'd hear that? Welcome back, Min. You get everything straightened out?
You must have heard me talking about them. You're definitely going slightly faster than me over there.
I know. This is one of those fields you could put about 4 in-game harvesters in and just run between them and steady with the truck. There you go, man. They have been known to, Zeke. They have been known to. Buildings, fences, trees, nothing's safe. Goes our high-speed trains. We got to turn the speed down on them before you release it.
Yeah,
Cazz?
just kind of humming and hurrying about it. 'Cause it does take quite a bit to get on the map, but I suppose we've got 2 trains on it, so they only cover half the map for each. Probably could tweak them down a bit more.
At least they stopped reasonably quick now.
Yes, we adjusted that, so Claire and I spent a bit of time adjusting the brakes on it so it can slow down a little bit quicker than what they usually do when doing that speed.
Yeah.
We even adjusted the barge speed on that one, braking speed.
Otherwise, you've got to brake about halfway around before you get where you're heading.
Exactly.
Then you still overshoot it.
This has definitely come a long way from where you started.
It's got a lot more yet to do in it.
Yep. Now, y'all realize you don't have to have grass fields on this map. Because Cazz usually leaves you a big enough turnaround area where you can mow all the grass around the fields and have all the grasses for silage that you want. I've done that several times on old timers.
Okay. I think it's a trait from FS17, some FS17 maps, especially Stevie's.
I put all those updates to the mods that he's had. I loaded them all, and I still haven't looked at them all.
I apparently get to do one strip, and then I've got to be emptied again.
This is yielding rather well.
I think I've got to adjust the clover. That just goes way too quick.
You gonna make it to the end this time or not?
He's at 61%.
Yeah.
I know what he's doing because I'm still at 4%.
I don't have any time to spin it. I don't have any time to spin it.
Kind of like the fish stories you tell. It was this big.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like how much field Cazz has done. Not much.
Yeah, but he was doing the other one. Of course, then again, he's going 3 times slower than I am as well.
Yeah, that makes a difference. You'll see you go up and go back down again. See you go back up again. Yep. Like you're coming back down the field now. Gonna get past
I'll turn
Cazz,
around down
turn
here
around,
before
go
he
back
gets to
up
the
again.
bottom.
You
Yep.
get the bottom, turn around, back up the other side before he even gets there.
Yeah, that's why I call it semi-realistic.
That's why.
That's where I left my cell phone. Couldn't figure out where I left it.
In the field.
Oh, in the harvester, sitting in the armrest.
Managed to get to the end.
Yep. So I won't bother stopping if you want to. I'll just get it all set up and then.
Thanks, Zeke. I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Very much appreciated.
Thanks, Zeke. Take it easy, buddy. Did that just pause or was it just a auto save?
Just a little bit of a glitch.
My
ping jumped up quite a bit when it did it.
I think it does that auto save every now and then.
Yeah, that could be it. Thanks, Zeke. I appreciate it, buddy. You have a good day. I'll get the last piece coming up. Cazz?
Well, I can't exactly say I'll race you for it. I'm flat tech at the moment.
Run up, come up behind him.
I might.
We'll do the bits now.
Might make him go a little faster if I did.
Good luck.
Will I hit 500,000? That's the question. I don't know. I don't think so. I was getting a full swath maybe.
Mine's almost, truck's almost full, 62%.
Nope, didn't get there.
Didn't get there.
Nope. 62%. You want some of this?
Can't put a little bit in. And at least I can go and sell it.
Well, I could too. I could go down there and sell it too. There you go.
Unrealistic, but yeah, you could.
Where are you taking it, Perrin?
McDonald's.
McDonald's? Well then, McDonald's, here we come. See how they feel about a harvester coming into the joint.
Oh, oopsie! Can't believe I had a
Just
trade.
1 moment, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Dog thought she needed in. Ah. Had to see where you put McDonald's at.
Right,
Find it.
Oh yeah.
see what needs harvesting. Oh, that's where I've got to go and finish ploughing, don't I? Do a bit of ploughing now. I'm 65. I'll be might just leave that park there. It's blocking the.
Oops. About time to get a Big Mac.
I'll figure out where the heck I am now.
346,000. Boy, you must have killed the price of corn. Well, at least we got a little bit of money again. Run on the grass here, a little easier on the. Oh, that's the train track. I don't want to use that bridge. I'll go back to the other one.
Don't like that
That
bridge,
could
eh?
be disastrous.
Especially the trains coming, we're going one forest.
Yep. Ooh, easy there, big fella. A little bit of a bump there on that one.
Gotta watch out for those speed bumps.
Yep. Especially with a Fred heavy combine.
Found not even to go over where the train tracks is, you know, on the road there. If you go too fast, you go flying through the air.
Yep. Hey, Thomas, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I'm not doing too bad. Not too bad at all. Get up there. Yeah, some of these trees are a touch on the close side there, Cazz.
If something's a little bit too big or bigger, you might have to take the longer way around to get back.
Yeah, I'm getting through here, but it's tight. Some of these trees are almost sitting on the road.
And also, they're almost sitting in the field too, so it's not much of a not much of a strip through there. The width area to put them in.
That was close. I almost got that tree to make it a turn to go to the shop. After that, there we go. Watching Min again.
No major shortcuts around.
Is there room inside the shed for this?
Yeah, there should be.
No, not yet. I haven't, Thomas. Not yet. Working on it though. I'm trying. Oops. Turn it off. Yeah, that's one nice thing about this shop. When you're driving a vehicle, doors will automatically close.
Yeah.
If you're not driving a vehicle, you have to manually open them. have another disc up here?
No, don't think she wanted to grab one.
Shoot, yeah. No, there are faster ones, but not much. Well, I do my best not to break too much anyway. Sometimes it looks like I'm trying to break stuff, but can we back this spawn point just a little bit away from the building?
I was at the down at the shop.
For the equipment?
Okay. We'll keep moving it back further, but I'll look on your video later to see. All right.
Did you go to field 65 and do those up there, Cazz?
I'm just ploughing in 65 at the moment.
Okay.
And then I'll come down to field 11 and start at one end. Start
Yeah,
ploughing,
I'm
and
going to
then
start
I'll.
on the one side here just shortly.
Yeah. And once I get that
There's
started,
a little better view of your train, people. Oh, that was close. I don't think I got to cross it 2 by 2 much.
to go back to the farm and get some more full line.
You've only done 14 fields with what you had in there, so that's not too bad.
Fertilizer on right is just a lime.
Yes, I think we've got to make room on the SMEP somewhere to put those fertiliser and lime line. And people seem to be loving it quite a bit on Country Life.
Yep. This is what Perrin was talking about earlier. He added to the He has, however, edited these a bit because they each only hold 20. So in order to get everything that the silo holds on there, he did make a little change to them to fix that problem. And then, of course, we have our chickens over here. Our free-range chicken run. And then we have our sheep across the road. And if any of you that watched the last stream I did on this, or you don't remember, whoops. The cows still work well with the total mixed ration. They still produce 100%. If you go to the pigs, though, it changes. They need corn. They need either wheat, barley, or rye. They also need soybeans, canola, sunflowers, or peanuts. And then they also need either potatoes, sugar beets, carrots, or lettuce. The chickens, wheat, barley, or rye only has 80% effectiveness rate. They would also need sunflowers, corn, or canola, or watermelons, tomatoes, carrots, or potatoes. And on this particular map, these chickens require water. The sheep, clover, gives 100% effectiveness. You can give them the grass hay, that's fine, it's 90%. But for 100%, they do require the horses. They have oats are 60 and hay is 40. So your feeding plans have changed a little bit, not too bad, but it's just something that you're going to have to get used to, especially if you play this map.
Yeah, Perrin and I went through that yesterday, Dave, and we've actually changed a couple of the stuff on it. But not much, but they can take different other fruits as well. We just adjusted a little bit more, tweaked it a bit. It is some of the same, it's just a couple extra that you can add into them.
was it? We put clover on for the cows too.
Yeah.
In place of the hay?
No, just another added
Just
option.
added it? Okay.
Well, there wasn't much use for the clover, so I said, why not stick it with the cows, because cows do eat clover.
Those are just a couple of the little tidbits you're going to have to do when you play this map. It is an enjoyable map to play. I have fun doing it. I don't play it as much as I'd like to. But I also have other maps that I like to play, and that's the reason. I think I have one other game save in my game saves that's not Cazz map. And that's it. That's have nothing but Cazz maps. And as most of you already know, Old Timers is my favorite. It's the one I spent the most time on.
Have you ever updated that map, or are you still sticking to
Nope.
the original?
Still playing on the original. I am still playing on the original. I'm still trying to figure out one spot on that map. I've got one spot. I don't remember which field it is now, but it's out the door, the back door of the cow barn across the road.
Yeah.
For some reason, when I get down over that hill and I start coming back, my FPS drops on that map.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing, Tiny? Nice to see you, buddy. Cazz, Tiny says hello.
Hey, g'day, Tiny. How are you, buddy?
But you're still playing, yeah, but you're not playing the updated one though, are you?
Nope. Nope. Still playing the old one.
Have you looked at the updated one?
Yeah, I've been on the updated one sort
Okay.
of when Granny did it,
Because
but
I'm
I
on.
haven't downloaded the other one because I don't want it to
Yeah.
interfere with
Your
the one I
game
already
play.
have.
Yeah. So I've changed all the trees and everything around on that. I tried to get it to where it does multi-terrain angles for when you're cutting grass, the hay, when you got to try to turn the grass into hay with a tedder. Some parts it only works one way. Well, that's quite common with 4X maps. It's in the giant editor. They kind of made it quite difficult to try to fix that part on it. So the 4X maps.
But there's just that one little spot right over there. Is
Yeah.
when I get towards what would it be? I can't think of what it would be now. I get towards one end of the field coming up that hill, and it drops my FPS down to about 30. Once I get out that spot, it's fine. It's back up to the 60s.
Yeah.
Now I see I'm running about 54 on this one now tonight for some reason. I hadn't done that before.
As long as it's running between 50 and 60, it's within reasonable limits.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, I just dropped down to 40. That makes me wonder what's going on. So it ain't going to be there. I'll have to look at that. I will have to look at that. Ooh, my graphics card's getting a little on the warm side.
Oh.
Just me feeling the air blowing out of it. But it's all good.
Hello, JD. Didn't realise. Well, you're probably already gone. I'll give you a call later on if you're not there.
That's very good to hear, Tiny. We're just doing a little run around on Pleasant Valley, checking it out. This is one of the biggest fields. This is the biggest field on the map. Yeah. Activate security systems. There was a thing on Facebook today. I saw that had a picture of 3 little dogs sitting in their dog beds, and the caption on it was automatic doorbell watchers or something like that. It was pretty good. Oh, heck, I reckon I better get this kid some food, Cazz.
Yep. Oh, who did? People ask me why I like to stream this time of the day. It's because the grandkids are away at kindy. And it's the only time I kind of have the the house to myself besides the dog.
Yep. Makes sense.
Oh.
So I think I'm going to call it on my end. You want me to keep this worker going?
I'll just pack them up at the end of the field. I'll carry on till I get to that side. So thank you, all you guys on Dave's feed there for joining in Well, don't forget, if you do want your name added to the billboard sign, to the let Old Timer Dave know, or me through your Facebook page. If you'd like your name added in.
Newell, if you could post that Facebook link on my chat again, please. I'd appreciate it. Anybody who wants their name on the billboard, Newell's going to post the link to Cazz's Facebook page. Drop him a message. And if you use a nickname in here and your name's different, please leave him a message as to who you are, and he'll know where it's coming from, and tell him Dave sent you. All Cazz needs and crew needs is find someone who can farm now to test them at. Thanks, Mr. Rossi. Mrs. Aussie says bye, Dave, Shane, and Perrin.
Yep, bye, Mrs. Aussie. We'll be streaming this time again next week.
To Cazz's Facebook page. Like I said, if you want your name on the billboard, go over there and leave him a message. Join his group. And you'll also get updates on this map there. And leave him a message. Tell him Dave sent you and you'd like your name on the billboard on Pleasant Valley. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping in. Tiny, you're always appreciated. Gunner, thank you very much. Newell, thank you so much for your help, just like you do all the time. Mr. Ozzy, nice to see you. Hope you're getting everything all straightened out for Mrs. Ozzy's PC. All right, what are we doing here? Hate it when I get stuck. Farmerman, thank you very much. Always appreciate very much. Yep, I'm stuck again. Why it does that every once in a while. But I definitely appreciate y'all stopping in and saying hi. Supporting Cazz and the collaboration as they try to get another fantastic map out. So as soon as I get unstuck here. Yeah, thinking about it. Second time it happened to me in the same area of the field it happened in.
What's wrong? You just frozen on me, Dave.
Sort of. Hello, Kevin. Nice to see you, buddy. Not bad, sir. Not bad. I appreciate you stopping in, Kevin. I'm just getting ready to end the stream. Yeah, I can't function. I can't any of my keys, nothing. And I'll let it sit for a little while, and it'll eventually come back.
Unglue itself.
Yep. I got stuck in the air before down there with Cazz. Couldn't do nothing. I know, Kevin. I haven't been on, Kevin. I haven't streamed in almost 2 weeks. Good to see you too, Kevin. Hope everything's going well. I do appreciate all your support, though, Kevin. Appreciate it so much. I know you're usually always in my streams. Oh, hey, there we go. All right, everybody, with that, y'all be safe. Be careful. And we'll catch you in the next one.
Thanks, guys. Bye. See you all later.
Don't forget, Cazz is still streaming on Facebook. Anybody that wants to watch more.
Probably not a good idea to use it. You will be going off in about 10 minutes. The stream will be ending. It will be for at least a couple of hours. Been going for. Take this up to field 65 and then plant it, and then that should be it. Well, we can get it done within 12 minutes.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, Dave, we'll be finishing in about 10 minutes.
All right. Y'all be safe. Be careful.
You too, buddy.
Talk to y'all later.
Yep. Cheers, bud.
Yep.
I've left the plough left it going in field 11.
Yeah.
Here, and I'm just shooting up around to field 65 to plant it with. What I'm going to plant it with. Oat, canola, soybean, radish, grass, coffee. No, this one doesn't do. Corn, so we'll plant hemp in it for a change. Dun, dun, dun. Sure, I haven't missed this is going. Oh, the wobbles on.
Field is getting done.
That's it.
Field 11's getting there.
Okay. Have you got the two ones still running on it?
Yeah. Using the one Dave was using.
Well, I've got a hard worker on my one I was using. Just get this planted and then we shall call it a day. More trees going down.
Yeah. Must have certainly knocked a few trees around then.
Yeah, it did. As I say, it didn't last for very long. It was quite short-lived.
Come through quick, but it did a lot of damage.
Yes. Oh, that's better. Pull the curtain over and I can see the where I've planted better.
Yeah.
Production.
Hard work will be finished in a minute.
Just trying to hide working now, seeing the field. Oh, yep. Seems looks like it's going to start in the right place.
On that field.
Yeah, I've gone around the edge twice around. Because this cedar's quite a long, the Amazon cedar.
Yeah.
just to see how he behaves.
Behaves or don't behave.
Mm. Well, for now, we can do this, but it's just up here. I'll just finish it.
Yeah, it'll be taking a minute.
Yeah, just about finished here. Here we go. Don't get a scratch on it. Okay. Well, this is where we'll be calling it a night, or day, or night, whatever it is for the day, for the night. So that's all grown. Fertilized. Yeah, so we'll look at mining on this part next week, and we'll probably plant in here. There'll be a lot more changes around on the map as I'm updating it as it goes along. So thank you all for jumping in and watching this stream with myself, Old Timer Dave, and Perrin. So I'll be going along and ending the stream off right now. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week, hopefully. Okay, cheers guys, bye.